Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody has had a wonderful day. I hope everybody is having a wonderful evening. So we are back in the tunnel of pain and suffering. I mean, love, tunnel of love. That's what it is. But we are going to be working some more on the elevator. So let's go ahead and get over here. Definitely going to want to increase the lighting over here. My main concern is going to be getting the elevator shaft done. And then eventually putting a top on this. See if it's still going to work correctly. One of the things that I am tempted to do is actually go through, make sure that I don't have like two separate grids going on anywhere, which could be causing some of the issues that I'm running into. So far, change that real quick. Okay. And then so far, this seems to be working all right. It is a little on the slow side, but that's okay. I can adjust that a little bit later without much issue. I mostly just want to make sure that it is working. And it is. Like, that's the important part, is that it does work fairly well. Boom. And there we go. Alrighty. That's interesting. Oh, yeah. And I know why that does that. Because, so one of the guys that I've run into over the past couple of months, a gentleman by the name of Fant, 00 Fant. Some of you may actually already know him if you have played Scrap Mechanic. But he wrote a script for me. Actually, no, I have a better idea. But he wrote a script for me that automatically closes doors. And so that's why sometimes the doors on the base will just go ahead and close. Because I have I have Sudem attached, and Sudem is the one that actually has that script on it. There we go. Okay. And I need, there we go. There we go. And more or less just going to get this squared away. And then as far as the actual elevator shaft, I'm not entirely certain how I want to set it up. I think I want to use some of the catwalk, and especially the graded catwalk, so that you'll be able to see through it to some of the interior stuff like the rock and some of the pipes and whatnot, just to kind of give it a little bit of dimensionality. Give it a little bit of something extra. Go. Oh, I have the headlights on the hammerhead on. There we go. Thank you.
Inventory
That's fine. You gonna pick those up anytime soon? Thank you. Go. Push those back as well as this. And apologies for any stutter or anything like that. Once Space Engineers gets to a certain point, the save file size becomes a behemoth. But then on top of that, it does seem to have problems with just general performance. Not much that can really be done about it aside from upgrading to like a quantum computer or something like that. I don't know. And I just want to make sure that this is, of course, not going to do what it's supposed to. Because for whatever reason, it really does not like pushing the window past that. Like that should be a problem. But it is. No. Vader pistons. Let's actually turn. Oh wait, nope. Yeah, it really does not like trying to slip past that. It should though, is the thing. Okay, I have a way to fix that, I believe. Oops. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take need girders and drop off some of that, those, and grab some of these. And now it shouldn't be a problem. We should just be able to slide on up like so. And those two will open. Okay. So what I'm going to have to do is probably set it so that that's going to be really dark. The doors automatically open up once you hit a particular level. So that way it's like as soon as you get up to the top, doors, both sets of doors will open up. I also have to disconnect SUDEM so that it'll stop doing that. But of course, it'll keep doing that even after disconnecting SUDEM until I reload the save. That's one of those weird byproducts. And then as far as this goes, I can... I think I should be able to do that. Okay, I really did not like that. Okay, calm down. Okay, so it does not like having anything right there. That is weird, honestly. I wonder if it's because of those. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's better. So I'm going to have to set it up so that as I hit that button, it's going to close the doors on the elevator. Um, actually, doing this is probably a good idea because then I can do that, that. All part of the fun of working within Space Engineers. Go. And then that side I'll start clearing out as I need to. Let's Now this is where we get a little more interesting because what I could do is actually take
Inventory full.
that out and replace it with conveyor junction. Do the same. Actually, we'll do that there. And then I can put that in there. That'll work. So what that'll do is this will move my conveyor access up and make it so that I actually get access to it. And then we will oops. Clean up some more of the ceiling, get it out of the way. Oops. That is very definitely the wrong tool. And there we go. This is starting to actually come together up here. And there. This gives me some options as far as what I can do on the walls. I could go ahead and potentially put some like LCD panels in there with some pictures, make it look kind of interesting, maybe even have them cycle through the different pictures. I could then also go ahead and use the light panels up top here and grab as soon as it like actually loads everything. Grab some of these and then put them up here. Maybe do something interesting where they change colors. Just a lot of different options are now available because we have sort of these open recesses rather than blocking everything off. And then that also means that I can do. I did do that, didn't I? Yes, I did. Always doing that. Put the wrong block there. And oops, fell off. Okay, there we go. And that'll help kind of sort of bring the whole hallway together. And so if I want, I can actually drill that direction, kind of clean that up a little bit, and add other stuff down there, which is kind of what I had planned. I wasn't 100% sure where I wanted to put it, but it does give me a lot of area and a lot of room to work with, which is what I want. Let's go get recharged again. The other nice thing is that this also has the byproduct of refilling my hydrogen tanks, because I'm running a mod that autofills. So as long as I am connected to something that generates hydrogen and or oxygen, like an O2H2 generator, or have access to a hydrogen or oxygen tank, it'll refill those bottles automatically for me, as well as, of course, my main suit, which is pretty cool. I really need to go out here and redesign this ramp area, though. It sucks. I'll put it that way. It sucks. But that is for later. Run on, actually. No, that's fine. I like it. I still need to go ahead and do up the hallway for this, as well as kind of the antechamber room. Okay. You are tunnel Vader, your top. Yeah, I absolutely have to make sure that those doors close, or else horrible things happen. Horrible, horrible things. Let's grab velocity negative 0.75. Speed this up just a little bit. And boom. Okay. So this is where I then put. Yeah, you're not going to want to fit there. But I'll. Ooh, no, because it's. Oh, I can already tell I'm going to have issues. I can already tell that this is going to be a problem because it always is, but that's okay. It is a problem that I will have to solve at some point. So, one of the other things that I wanted to start looking at is I need. Did I put. No, I did not. Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out because the elevators. I'm almost going to have to tear the whole elevator out and rebuild it for all the problems that it's giving me. So sometimes what'll happen, and I think this is the case, is that essentially the two grids that I've been building on kind of got slightly misaligned. There's a disconnect somewhere between the two, and I don't know where, but it's off by like a millimeter kind of thing, which is enough to cause an issue. So I don't know where the two problems are. I do know, however, I actually want to do. We're going to come back to the elevator later. Part of what I want to do is there we go. Oh, I hate that. I'm gonna like have to adjust the trailer on the back of SUDEM, or actually just remove. You know what? Yeah, we're just gonna remove this one because I don't really need it at the moment. Primarily, it was there to carry a lot of stuff, but I don't need it to carry a lot of stuff at the moment. If I need something for carrying, I'll just go grab the. Oof. I'll just go grab Hammerhead to do it. Sure, we can get in here. Now, this is going to be the fun part: is actually using. Let's get this lined up a little bit better. Okay. We're actually going to use our little crane here. Pull the trailer off of SUDEM. Okay. SUDEM is attached. I need to disconnect it. Nope, wrong one. This one, there we go. Probably make that a little bit faster. I think I had it slow mostly to keep it from wobbling around too much, but oh well. And once it gets around, I will make sure that it gets all the way around. I want it to be at a 90-degree angle, or in this case, like a right angle, if you will. So that way, when I go to put it back on, I don't have to like guess it or anything like that. Okay, now we lower it. Should be able to connect, and then we'll lift. That did not. Okay, so okay. I am not far enough forward. Am I? Am I tall enough for this? It should be. Let's I see. Okay. It shouldn't be set to auto, but it is. Okay. There we go. And there we go. SUDEM is now without its container. So I could conceivably put other stuff on the back here. And that's why I do have the 2 connector system, as well as the additional sort of anchor points, if you will, to help guide anything that I have like this into place. So that when I go to drop it, it'll drop it into or onto the ramps that should help guide it onto then the 2 connectors, making it easier to lock into place. But man, this is so weird seeing it as just a regular pickup truck now. There's a flatbed. So much lighter and faster. Definitely needs a radio though. Something playing some like old 60s rock. Never quite appreciate just how long this tunnel is until you're driving down it. And then you're like, man, this takes forever. All right. So what I've been thinking about is actually cutting out a section or 2 of this area here. So maybe like from here back, cutting that out and into the rock, and then having an area where I could have this stop off if needs be. And then that could work.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory.
Just in case you didn't know, the inventory is going to be full.
Inventory full.
Do I want it to be just one wide or two? Because then what I can do is connect it up to the base's conveyor system. Look at that sunrise. That is beautiful. You know, this game may be on the old side, but it still is pretty. Okay, so as far as this goes, what I'm thinking is that I could set it up so that I could have a vehicle or two stop off here to drop stuff off without having to go all the way through the tunnel. So that way it's like you pull up off of the elevator, then you come into this alcove area, drop off what you need to, and then you can leave back out again. In fact, maybe even cut this out here and then cut out this one as well. And then kind of drill around this center point. Leave it as sort of a retaining wall, if you will. So that way, you can drive in, drop off, and then drive back out, making it easier to get in and out. Yeah. Plus, it'll look cool. If there's one thing that should govern most decisions is, does it look cool? There we go.
Inventory full.
Now, what I will most likely do
Inventory full. Inventory full.
is come up with a design,
Inventory full.
essentially what is a drill guide
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
for how I want to drill this out. So not only how deep I want to drill it out, but then also for the alcoves themselves, which is kind of how I designed this entire tunnel. So, like, if you notice, there are sections up here, and that's because the way that I designed this is so that I could project a section of the tunnel and weld it as I was drilling. So the drills were ahead of where the weld guide was, and it would weld everything up as I was drilling. And then once I got to the extent of the drills, it would turn everything off, disconnect the back after it connected the front, pull everything up to where it needed to be, and then reconnect the back again, disconnect the front, and start drilling and pushing forward again. So it was sort of slowly worming its way forward. Okay. So what I will want to do and this will just make sure that I kind of have a general idea of where I will need to be. And then I'll come back through and like actually count all this out. Make sure I have all the dimensions. But I think tonight's going to be a little bit of a shorter night. Just a quick episode to kind of get some stuff started. Get some ideas in my head. unfortunately, my dear loving sister works at a place where somebody got some sort of illness. We don't know. Virus, disease, a sickness. It's not leprosy though, so we're okay. But she unfortunately seems to be bringing it home. So there we go. So, I'm trying to think of what else I could build for the back of Sudam here. Because I really like the truck. It needs like more functionality. Anyway, that is for another time, for another stream. Take a look at things here. Yeah. I also need to come through here and clean up the elevator, make it look prettier. Actually give it some better design and whatnot. Maybe even put like a tunnel or at least some arches over top of it. That is going to be a hell of a thing to do. That is going to be a project and a half. Anyway, that is going to be it for today. Thank you all for joining me as always. And if you were watching after the fact, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or any comments, definitely leave them. Always happy to answer everything that I can. English, please, though. I unfortunately don't speak any other language. I am a dumb American. My apologies. Other than that, though, you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, what have you. Thank you for watching. Stay out of trouble. And remember, if you get caught, I don't know you. I'll catch you guys later.